Hello, true art believers, and welcome to the belated Friday live art stream. I missed it last night. I missed it. I dropped the ball again, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. I it was storming pretty bad, and I didn't want to do a live stream when it was storming because I was worried that I'd have a power outage, and so I just decided to not do the live stream that day. I kind of thought that if I were to do it, there might be a chance that the power would go out and I could risk doing damage to my computer. So I decided not to do a live stream. So here we are today doing my belated live stream, belated Friday live stream. Going to do a little bit of catch up. So today we're going to be working on this grid drawing for about 30 more minutes, or like 20 to 30 minutes. Depends on how I feel. It might be a short one because I got some things to do. I got to get going real soon. I just happened to get a small 30-minute window, and I decided to take advantage of it because I'm going to do a live stream later on tonight to catch up for the day that I missed yesterday. So I'll be back caught up by tomorrow. So without further ado, let's begin today's live stream. See this music. All right, got the music going. Yeah, all right. We go. Move this screen out of the way. And we're gonna get going. Starting right now. Here we go. 1 second. I'm gonna do one thing. There we go. We're getting things going. So I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing fairly well. It's been a day. It's been a pretty good day. Nothing fantastic really. It's been like just an average day. You ever have those just like days you're just like average? Oh, this is so funny. It's funny, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know how I feel about it. So there was a neighborhood garage sale, and what I did was something out of the ordinary. I've been, how I have been talking about how I want to give away all my art. Well, I decided to take advantage of that. I actually, during this garage sale, I actually gave away. I gave away like almost all my large paintings. I still got a few large paintings on the driveway there, ready to be picked up by anyone who wants them. I put them out on the porch on the driveway because like I need to get rid of them. And it's been a mental burden to have these large paintings in my basement for a few reasons. Because they're not doing any good hanging out in my basement. And another thing is they are not safe in my basement. My basement is, all basements are like, if it's not a basement that you've kind of, was it like when you refurbish it or like when you finish it, it's an unfinished basement, and unfinished basements are notoriously humid, and humidity is terrible for paintings. It especially for canvas paintings. So like I have all these paintings that are they're gonna have the possibility of being damaged. I actually had a few of them that have mold damage because of the humidity, and I was like, well, it's either this: someone's going to take these paintings that have mold damage, or I'm going to throw them away. And a lot of them are large paintings. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little sad giving them away, but I feel much happier knowing that they're in someone's house, hung up on their wall, and that's just a cool feeling to me. And I know, like, I got a lot of questions, like, do you do this professionally? Listen, you don't, like, do you want me to, I should have said this. Yes, I do this professionally. Do you want me to sell you the painting? Will you feel better about that? I'll sell it to you. Here it is, $4,000. That's the painting. It's a 5-foot painting. Good luck finding a 5-foot painting in gallery under $4,000. You know, under $1,500, you're lucky. So $4,000. There you go. Do you want me to be professional on you? You want me to be really professional and say that I'm serious? Yes, I'm a professional artist. But you know what? A lot of artists I know have a lot of artwork that doesn't sell. And it just doesn't. And I am not going to be in the business of storing my art. No more. No more. I am not going to store my art. I am going to make some artwork, and if it sells within like the month, the day, or I don't know. I don't have the exact determination of I don't know what are my guidelines with regards to selling artwork right now. All I know is if it doesn't sell quickly, I am going to give it away. And that's going to be my new model for a long while, because I'd rather it be in someone's house on their wall than in my basement and take up space. I am not going to juggle artwork anymore. And it sounds silly. But when you have paintings that are 5 foot tall, and you don't have a huge house to store them, you don't have a storage place to store them, it becomes a huge burden to have large paintings. And I love making large paintings. I love it. I'd love to make more. I'd love to make more large paintings, but I won't start doing that until all of my paintings are gone. And so that's what I did. Like, I gave away like some of the best paintings I've ever made for nothing. I gave them away. And I'm very happy, like really happy that they're on someone's wall. I had a few people give me like $20 just because they felt bad for taking them. And, I don't mind. They could have taken it for free. But I'm happy that it got out of the house, because that's one of the things that I'm trying to do in this house is reduce the amount of things I have. And reduce the amount of things that I have. And I don't think people will believe me. I don't think people believed me when I was going to get rid of my artwork. They're like, yeah, whatever. No, I'm getting rid of it, dude. I'm going to make artwork. I'm going to keep making artwork, but I am not going to hold on to art anymore. I just don't have. I don't have it in me anymore to I'm not going to make work that I don't think I'm ever going to make work that's going to have like a market. And if it does, I've overlooked it somehow. But I am not going to go looking for a market. I'm done with that. I am done looking around trying to find a market for my artwork. And why would I, what's the point? It's so much work. And I figure if I haven't found the market yet, I don't know if I'm ever going to find the market. So I'm just going to keep. I'm excited that when I start, once I get rid of all my burger paintings, I'm going to start painting again. That's what I think. I'm going to start painting. I've always wanted to do still lifes. The only time I've done still lifes was when I was in college, but I never got back to it. And I always enjoyed drawing still lifes as purely like sketches. And I could see myself enjoying painting still lifes as like just studies. There's something about doing paintings that are studies that is just fun, when you picture artwork as like you're just studying, I feel like there is a subconscious burden released. So that's why I'm really excited about some things in the future. And my daughter's a little bit older. I have a little bit more free time, hence why I'm able to do these live streams. Although it's at the cost of having my daughter watch television, which I don't really approve of. but also like what I don't have anyone else to I don't know. I just like there's no one else to keep her occupied. So like if she can enjoy a little bit of television um while I do while I'm in the other room for 30 minutes, I think that's okay. Um and she can walk in and say, "What are you doing?" "I'm drawing." I think that's happened many times on on these live streams. She's walked in and like, "What are you doing? Draw me a rainbow. Draw me a puppy." You know. And so yeah, I don't care anymore. Like I just don't care. Like not to sound like negative about it. Um I see all my artist friends doing really well, and I'm very happy for them. But I don't want to be that guy in the business of storing my artwork, and I don't want to be making artwork that's not going to sell. So I know that people want free art. I think people love free art. They don't like paying for it. But if I'm going to get like, sure, have it. I'll make a big painting, uh, and I'll do whatever the heck I want with it, and you can have it. I'm not taking a request. I'm not doing any request unless you want to pay me to do a specific painting. I am not going to take a request. So that's where I draw the line. Like the line, if they're like, draw Pikachu, no, I'll paint Pikachu for you. You give me money for that. But if I will give you a free painting at the end of the day. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing that. Just give it away, and hope and maybe God will see what I'm doing and like give it back to me somehow, you know, uh, in some form or another. I don't know, but like, I'm done. I'm done with the whole store and artwork because I have these big pieces of paintings that have been in the garage, in the basement, just hanging out, just like really taking up a lot of space. And just today, I've opened up a ton of space in my basement, and that is a game changer. That makes me feel so good knowing that there is free space in the house that I can put some stuff in. So now I can take some of the things that were in the garage and put it in the basement. In the meantime, in the interim, yeah. So that's what I am going to be doing. Yeah, so I'm really excited for the future, and like it seems silly. It seems really silly. How could you be excited about giving away your artwork? How you spend so much time on it? Like, man, you know how much artwork a lot of artists spend time on that doesn't see the light of day, and doesn't get put on any walls because they like trash it. There's so many artists that trash their artwork at the end of the day. You know, and it goes away. It gets thrown away. You know, like I spoke to an artist, and I asked him, like he was doing some experimentation during the summer. I was like, "What'd you do with so what have you been up to?" Like, "Oh, all summer I was experimenting on some work." And I'm like, "Oh, well, like where is it? Was it? Oh, I don't have it anymore. I threw it all away." You know how much artwork is thrown away because of that? Just imagine if they just gave it away. I know there's like this intrinsic thing that people are trying to sell artwork. I get it, man. A lot of artists want to make a living off that. And probably subconsciously, I want to make a living off of art. I write it down in my journal, like I want to be a successful artist. And what is a successful artist? I don't know anymore. Like there's a lot of artists that don't sell artwork, but they make loads and loads and loads of money. Like all these artists that are on YouTube, you know, some of them don't make art. They don't even sell artwork anymore. They made a class and they sell the class, or they have so many views on YouTube that they don't even have to sell artwork, you know, or they just draw on Twitch all day long, don't even sell a lick of artwork, but people follow them and give them money. You know, so like what is an artist today? Like back like 10 years ago, an artist was someone who was selling their artwork and paying their bills with their art, or at least that was like one of my definitions of it. Or someone who's getting their work out there and showing the artwork. Speaking of shows, art shows and exhibitions, I was my rationalization for giving away all my art is um, another reason. For one, there's two reasons. Actually, there's multiple reasons, but like one of the reasons was if it's in the basement, it has a chance of getting mold on it, and the longer it's down there, even though I have a dehumidifier down there to kind of remove moisture. So that was one. Another reason is a lot of this artwork is so old that I can't submit it to an art show. I can't submit the artwork to an art show. A lot of exhibitions have like a 2 to 5 year like limit on the art. So like if you made this artwork 5 years or less, you can submit to the art show. But a lot of them don't want you to submit old artwork. They want you to submit recent artwork, you know. And so all that work I was giving away, I couldn't even get the artwork to a show if I wanted to. I couldn't get the artwork to a show because all the artwork is 5-10 years old. What am I going to do with 5-10-year-old paintings? I can't do anything with them. It's going to be a hard sell it to anyone. They're too big, and they're too old to submit to art shows. You know, like most art galleries that I know, or nonprofit art galleries, have like a 2-year like limit. Like they won't, if they don't want any work that's before 2019, you know. So I decided to just give away the artwork, and I'm gonna be doing that with my drawings. I'm really excited about. I'm excited about giving away those drawings because I'm gonna be doing it via Instagram and YouTube. That's gonna be my goal. It's like I'm gonna be giving away artwork via Instagram and YouTube. Just get rid of that. It's like, you want this? Subscribe, sign up for my newsletter, and put a comment on this post, and I'll make a drawing at the end of the week or something like that, you know, or by the end of the day, you know. So I'm really optimistic about it. I'm really optimistic about the future. And it sounds silly, like how are you so, like, it sounds silly, like how can you be so optimistic about giving away your artwork? Like, well, you know what? Look at the bright side. The artwork is going to be hung on someone's wall, and they'll be able to talk about it. You know, they'll be able to talk about it and tell their friends, like, where'd you get that awesome piece of painting? And they like, well, yeah, one of my neighbors during a garage sale, he just had all these paintings on the driveway, and he said free artwork, and he was just giving away the art. Can you believe it? And they're like, no way, I can't believe it, right? So in the end, it's a good conversation starter, and I'm be honest with you, like, not many people can afford a 5-foot painting, you know, and not many people, not anyone that I know. Like, actually, I know a few people that probably could, but they probably wouldn't spend that much money on it. Actually, I do know a few people that could afford a 5-foot painting, you know, but that's not what they do. They wouldn't buy that. But I'm just really happy about it, and it feels like I'm turning a new chapter, and it feels like it's a win that I got some of that artwork out of there. You know, it's like when if you have some land and you own a shed, and your wife's been telling you, or whoever's been telling you, you need to clean that shed, and you're like, no, I'll get to it whenever I want to, and they're like, clean that shed, and you eventually clean that shed. You get all that stuff out of there, all that old stuff that you didn't need. Or clean the garage. How about that? Cleaning the garage is always a good example. Like, you need to clean your garage, and you get all that stuff out of the garage, and it just feels like a burden, like has been dropped, removed from your shoulders, and you just feel so relaxed in knowing that, you know, and knowing that you don't have like any more stuff. You know, having stuff is a privilege, but also can be a burden. You know, having a lot of things means you have to manage those things, and sometimes you don't appreciate them. So I'm just happy to get rid of the artwork. You know, just really happy that it's out of there, and I can focus on making more artwork. But like I still got a lot of work ahead of me. I still got a lot of artwork that I need to get rid of, and it's gonna take a long time. Like I made a dent at it today. Like I got rid of a lot of my big paintings, a lot of big old paintings. I think some of those old paintings could actually buy their own liquor. They can go to they're old enough to buy liquor. I think they might be that old, which is saying a lot. It's not saying, it's kind of aging me, but that's okay. But yeah, I think some of that my paintings could buy beer. But I'm happy that it's out of there. Or maybe I'm convincing myself that I'm happy. Maybe deep down inside, I'm like a little bit sad that I got rid of that artwork. Maybe I wouldn't put it past me, because I'm a very sentimental person, which is probably one of the reasons why I held on to a lot of that artwork in the first place. You know, I'm very sentimental. I like I like to reminisce and just have a little bit of nostalgia of some of the work of my old work, and it brings up fond memories, you know. So I can see how it would I can see why I would be a little bit affected by it. But I'm trying to not think about it that way. I'm trying to think of like the positive aspects of this. And the positive aspects is I moved it, I got rid of it. It's in someone's house. They are appreciating it. It's not in my basement, and it's going to a house that it's going to go to a house, and people are going to love it. You know, there's going to be some appreciation there. And so that's a positive to know that to boot, like someone's going to go there and like the work, you know, and that's fine by me. And I'm going to continue it. Like I'm going to go to my work and bring some artwork. I'm going to I'm going to drop some artwork off at my work. And if anyone that wants it, I think it'd be kind of great. Cause like, I work in a bar, and I think like maybe the servers or bartenders could like, hey, you want this piece? Yours, you know, something like that. It's yours, take it. And they give it away, and then they get like a really good tip from their customer. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird, you know, that this is what I'm doing. I was telling my parents and all my friends and family that I was going to get rid of the artwork, and I don't think they believed me, you know. I think they thought I was blowing steam or something, right? And puffing smoke. No, man, I was serious. I was serious about getting rid of artwork, and I'm really serious about it. I'm going to be doing it on Instagram and and YouTube. But the only thing that's slowing me down on that is like it just costs so much. I want to do art giveaways with my paintings, but I don't think I could afford to ship the paintings, because like I might be able to afford my small ones, you know, $100 here, $100 there, like, but I don't think I'd be able to. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing paintings. I'm gonna be packing my paintings and mailing them, and just getting rid of them. And it sounds terrible. And it sounds like I'm like losing a bolt or some bolts and nuts and bolts there, but I'm not. I'm very sound of mind, and I'm very happy that they're going to homes, you know, that for people that are going to appreciate them, and that's what I'm going to do. That really is what I'm going to do. It's to the point where I just need to get rid of all my artwork and move on. Not move on like I'm not quitting art. That's I don't want people to think that I'm like quitting art. I'm not. I am just sick and tired of going down in the basement, working out, and seeing my artwork being not appreciated because it's no one sees it. It's no one's going to see this artwork anymore. You know, they might see it occasionally on my website, but they're no longer going to be there. So I am going to take the initiative and give the work away to someone who wants it. You know, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be that guy, give away all my art. And I don't want to be like, I'm not bitter. I'm not upset about it. Maybe, although when I say it like that, it almost sounds like I'm trying to, like, what would you call it? Like, convince myself, right? No, I'm not trying to convince myself at all. I'm just trying to make everyone understand that this sounds weird, but this is something I think needs to be done in order for me to move forward with my art. I almost need to. This chair sucks, man. Gosh, man. I like start slouching. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I need to fix this chair. Sorry. Like, I start, like, this chair, it's a nice comfy chair, but I feel like it's pushing me forward ever so slightly, and then eventually I'm like hunching over my drawing tablet just to do my drawings. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, I want the artwork out of my house because it's not doing any good anymore. The work's never going to go anywhere. I know it because a lot of that work was done in college or done after college, and for shows that didn't do well. Like they did well. Like people appreciated the art, but they didn't lead me. They didn't like open doors for me. You know, it wasn't like I got emails later on like saying, hey, I grabbed your card, I got your name from the show that I was at. And I just want to say like, hey man, we're having another show or we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. We would like to have you here. And I just said, I'm like, it is what it is, man. I'm going to push it further. I am going to get rid of my artwork, and I'm just really excited about that. I know it sounds silly. I've been giving artwork to my coworkers because I know, like, my coworkers, man, they can't afford like the kind of artwork that I sell. Like they can't. Like they can't afford that. We're looking like the kind of artwork that I sell. I'm selling to like people that have 6 figures and are single. You know, they're making 6 figures and they're single. And they have a lot of expendable income. You know, my coworkers can't afford that type of work. But I'm just giving it away to them. I'm like, I've gotten to the point where I'm going to give the artwork away, and I think it's gonna just be a huge, like, it's going to be a big burden. It's going to remove a burden out of my life. And I'm really excited about that. I know it sounds silly, I know, but I'm really happy that it's going to be the work's going to be out of my life, and people are going to it's going to be in someone else's life and on their walls, and they'll have a good story to talk about. They'll say like, oh, I found this artwork was on the drive at the end of the driveway, and it said free, and the guy was the owner of the house. The artist was giving away his artwork because he doesn't have any room for it anymore. Well, that's it for the day. I think this line is done. I might come back tomorrow and briefly look at it, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then I'm going to come back to, not tomorrow. I'm actually going to do work on it a little bit later on today because I missed last night. As I was saying, last night it was thunderstorming really, 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 really bad. And I was really concerned that if I did a live stream, my my live stream would be either interrupted, halted, or stopped if the power went out. And I was concerned that the power would go out because it was a very fierce thunderstorm. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching my live art stream. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube and or Twitch channel, please do that right now. It really means a lot to me. And cue the video. Anyhow, I got to get going. I will be back later on to do today's live stream, which would be day 442. As I said yesterday, I missed yesterday, which is actually yesterday was Friday's live art stream, which was day 441. Today is technically 442, but I'm catching up from yesterday because of the storm. And I'll be back later on today to work on this one more time. And then Sunday, I will be doing a cactus drawing. So just want to say thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Have a wonderful evening. Cheers.